Hello and welcome to yet another cube. So this is the Legacy Cube. Sarkhan the Dragon Spirit becomes a legendary 4/4 dragon creature with flying, indestructible, and haste. Doesn't lose loyalty, deals 4 damage to target creature. Get an emblem. Looks pretty strong. Um, this is obviously a pretty big blowout card. Like, it's better than Upheaval because your entire board stays in play. So these two are really strong. This is obviously really strong. First of all, big shout out to Monsoon. The guy took quite a bit of effort explaining the changes in the format. And according to him, Mono Red is actually a bit better. So, although I really like this card, like I really consider this to be strong, I think Sarkhan is just better all around. Like we can still go plenty of ways with that. Um, get past an Ancestral Visions, but I think we want to stay in our color. I'm not that sure. Just looking at the cards available in general, like somewhat of a new format to me. But Lightning Bolt is just good. What does this do? That's nice. 4 mana 4/4 basically in the form of 3 creatures. Definitely not bad. But it obviously isn't better than something as Ancestral Visions or Lightning Bolt. Given that we already have a red card, I'm gonna follow it up with another red card, which is Lightning Bolt. Normally I wouldn't mind picking up Ancestral Visions, but given that Monsoon said that Mono Red is a bit better, I think I'm gonna try to force that a little bit. Although I like Chandra's Phoenix, I'm not that sold on it. On the fact that you can get it back while Magma Jet can, it's just a removal spell, which is good. Pretty cool that Grey Merchant made it in here. Apparently the Scrylands got in here, and this does that one. Oh yeah, apparently Reanimation uses these more now compared to discard creatures. So Magma Jet it is. And we get a cut. Pretty easy slam here, I think. The Bloodbraid is obviously decent. This is obviously a nice card. The fact that it doesn't say white creatures, just says all your creatures for 3 mana. Student is fine. Time Warp is okay. Doomblade is obviously a nuts card, but I can't pass up the red one here. More red, please. Mog War Marshal, Drain Hermit, Kozilek, Desecration Demon. That's a pretty good beater. And that is interesting. Like, there's no red card here, right, outside of Mog War Marshal, and that's but having a 6/6 flyer for 4 is just really good. Yes, opponents can sacrifice creatures, but I mean, if they're sacrificing creatures against an aggro deck, you're usually winning. I think the other pick I would go for is Mishra's Factory. Maybe Scorch Skyfisher, because that's good, but I don't really have other 1-drops at this point. I think I'm gonna go for the demon and see where it brings me. I might play it, might not play it. I just think it's in general a really good aggro card. So yeah, cube, huh? I started working again, so I'll be able to record less. But cube is live this time for 3 weeks up until the 10th, which is obviously a benefit that wasn't there before. So there's Bloodstained Mire, which fixes my mana, but there's also Mesmeric Fiend and Frenzied Goblin. Frenzied Goblin is actually a pretty good card if you're creature heavy. Oh yeah, I also have a cough. For those that haven't noticed it yet. I think out of this pack it's either Frenzied Goblin or Bloodstained Mire. I'm not that sold on black yet, so Mesmeric Fiend isn't that great for me. I think having the fix, just in case I want to go black, is a bit better. So I'm gonna go for the Bloodstained Mire. We get a Spike Shell, which is a pretty good one. Flame Slash is okay, but I think Spike Shell is just better. Night Howler is pretty good as well, though. Maybe Night Howler is a pick. But then we're sold on black, right? Creature cards in all graveyards is so good, though. I'm gonna go with the Spike Shell just because it's red. Try to cut red a little bit from my left and see if it pays off. Consuming Vapors is fine, but there's also Kavu. What does this do? or another human creature you control. Not that great, to be honest. I think Kabu is a bit better. I really do like Assuming Vapors. But I think I want to continue my red streak here. Underworld Connections Wield, which is a really good card against control decks if I do go black. Like if you're up against a control deck, drawing 2 cards every turn while having a lower curve is pretty good. It's just a nice card. Usually a sideboard card, but we'll see. So there's also Friction Arena. I think Sheoldred is a bit too expensive, but Friction Arena is definitely a good card. It's basically this without having to tap a land every turn, every time. So we basically have 2 good cards, and this might even be main deck. So Liliana is there. I'm not a big fan of this card. Yes, it's okay, but it just doesn't do anything on the board, right? Like this does, but I'm not gonna be that heavy in the black, so I'm gonna go for the fix. Night of Infamy is obviously a good card for me. Temple of Malice is obviously a good card for me. So I think I'll sideboard Underworld Connections and maybe keep the Friction Arena in the main deck. Not that sure about it yet. Isochron Scepter is an okay card. Like I won't main deck it yet because I only have 2. But if I have like Diabolic Edict and then some more burn spells, I can't really say anything. Tempt with Vengeance. Tempting offer puts X1 red elemental creature with each opponent may. What? Okay then. This card is pretty good, right? This is okay, but this is pretty good. This is obviously pretty good, but I can't play it. This is a bit too expensive. Like this is okay, but I think that's very likely to wheel. Compared to this, so this basically gives me double, and then they block my bigger creatures, so it's not that great. I think Stroke the Flames is just better. Then we have a Thundermaw Hellkite. Fire Blast is also in this pack. What does this do? From a graveyard activated if you attack to the creature this turn. That seems pretty decent. Hope that wheels, but I don't think I can pass up a Thundermaw Hellkite. If Fire Blast wheels, I obviously slam that, but it's the only red card. Traktusk is a nice card. Not much changed. Like Mystical Teachings is a new one. I think this one is a new one, right? Yeah, it's a new one. It's a good one, but can't pass up a Hellkite, just as I said. Scorcher Sulka is a nice one. If I can make tokens or in any kind, like Lightning Greaves is also pretty good, as is Splinter Twin. Like Splinter Twin isn't that great for me, but I think Scorcher Sulka has to be the one for me. It's a bit worse now that damage doesn't go on the stack. I think this was printed when damage couldn't go on the stack anyway, but it's okay if I have like they play removal in a creature of mine. I think it's the better card for me. Grim Lovemancer, huh? Skullcrack, meh. What does this do? Attacks. So it automatically lose 2 life, and my creatures get +1/+1. That's pretty good. Hero's Downfall is also pretty good, as is Mutavault. But I think I'm gonna go for the Lovemancer. There's a Siege Gang Commander, a Burst Lightning, and a Dragon Skull Summit. We currently have 2 good late game here, or mid range. I think Burst Lightning is a bit better. Although it's very unlikely Siege Gang will wheel. Maybe Siege Gang is just better, and hopefully Dragon Skull Summit wheels. Is it better than Burst Lightning? Well, I think it is. It's really good with Scorcher Zalka as well. Seal of Fire, huh? There's also Badlands, and an Exhume. Exhume isn't that great for me. There is also Painseer. Excuse me. guess Seal of Fire is pretty nice, but Painseer is an okay card in my deck, I think. It's a 2/2 for 2, and it draws me extra cards. Plus, it's a creature. We're low on creature at this point. So it's probably better than the Underworld connections. So I'm gonna go for that one. I could have picked Seal of Fire because Painseer is very likely to wheel. But we haven't seen that much black. Let's move this to the sideboard and maybe move this to the sideboard. Not sure yet. But we definitely need some cheaper creatures. Molten Rain is an okay one, but I think Hero of Oxidrich has to be the pick. Wow, Treachery is still this late, huh? The card is pretty decent. Like, it's not the bunkers card, especially not given that our curve early is a bit too inexpensive. Like, it's too cheap. Wow, Angel's Destiny is in this format. That's such a brutal card. Gotta watch out for that, by the way. Because if that sticks on a creature, there's no way I'm winning anymore, right? So Hero of Oxidrich, Goblin Bombardment. As much as I like the card, I'm not gonna pick it. Like, maybe if the token generator wheels, this is an okay card. But outside of that, it's just terrible, right? If the one that, if I attack with a creature and it comes back, nah, I still have to sacrifice a creature every time I attack with it. Like, maybe Dread Return is okay, but I think I'm gonna pick something like Exalted Angel and just hate draft it. So yeah, the card wheels, there's no way I'm playing anything else. Wow, Shadow Mage Infiltrator reprint, huh? I might play it, I'm not sure. It seems okay-ish by the fact that if he makes blockers, like, in my opinion, he should always make blockers, because if I then attack with something like Flametongue Kavu, he can chump it and block 4 damage instead of 1 damage. Like, it's not that great of a card, to be honest. Let's say I play it for 3, he gets 3 tokens, I get 6 tokens, but it's not gonna block the other 1/1s with his 1/1s, right? He's just gonna use the 1/1s to chump. Fire Blast is definitely big here. So I think this card is pretty terrible, to be honest. It's great in multiplayer. It's great if your opponent has nothing on board, but it's pretty bad to tap out and play this as a finisher, because your opponent has to already be very low, and then any kind of X burn spell would have just been better. Like, if you already have a board advantage, this card doesn't actually increase your board situation, it actually decreases it. So yeah, and even if you're behind, it's not that it's a stall card. Splinter Twin is okay. I might play it because I have like Siege Gang Commander, Thunderma, Flametongue. Skullcrack is definitely a card I'm gonna pick up here. I think Terminus is a harder card against me, so let's move that to the sideboard. What else do I have that has come to play effect? Oh, we can put it on a Painseer and it automatically untaps every time. We can sacrifice the tokens with Scorcher's Alka. So there are some cards that we can use. Let's pick up Wooded Foothills and just use it as a fetch and deck dinner. Forest, huh? So yeah, maybe I won't even play the Painseer, but I'm not sure. We currently have 3 cards that we can use with God damn it, Ice Conceptor. So Inferno Titan is back in the format apparently. Burning Tree Emissary is okay, but I think Inferno Titan is just a brutal card. Riftbolt is okay, very likely to wheel, given that this pack already has Anger and a bunch of other really good cards. Delve, Destroy Target Creature. Wow, this card is good. That card is good. So Sensitive Divine Top is good, but I don't think it fits my deck. I think Inferno Titan like has to be the pick, but we're more of a mid-range then, right? It just isn't good anymore. Like, we're too slow. And if we're gonna go slow, we might as well pick up the Murderous Cut, but I think Inferno Titan just has to be the pick. But then I can't play Painseer. Like, Sensitive Divine Top with I can't pick up Sensitive Divine Top there. Searing Blood, another really good card. There's Mock Fanatic, but I don't think I can pass up a Searing Blood. There's Wasteland and Kokusho. I already passed up um, a bunch of other really good late game cards. Like I already have way too many late game cards, sorry. Although Kokusho is really good. Why does it show my sideboard like this? This is horrendous. Why did they do that? But I think I have to pick up Searing Blood here. I might even be able to play Ice Crown Scepter now. What the hell is this? Interesting. Yeah, this is definitely a better card. There's also Slaughter Pact, but I think I have to pick up Fuck or Rather Risk, right? There's a Blood Crypt, a Hippie, a Zealous Conscripts, New Art of Prophetic Vault. So there's Hippie and there's Zealous Conscripts. There's also Gutter Snipe. Like it's not that bad, but it's not that great in my deck either. It does work with Ice Crown Scepter. That is something. I think I prefer having Hypnotic Spectre most of the time, but then I probably want Blood Crypt as well, given that I can then fetch it with Wooded Foothills. What the hell does this do? Oh yeah, that one. I think I'm gonna go for the Blood Crypt. Like it seems a bit weird to pick that there, but I think it's a better pick. Here we can pick up a Porcelain Legionnaire, which is a 3/1 first strike for 2. Or a Lacerator. Lacerator into Knight is pretty nice. But it is my splash. There's no way we're ever casting Porcelain Legionnaire without paying 2 though. I think what's better, 3/1 first strike or 2/2? I think a 3/1 first strike. Like Lacerator is gonna deal me 2 damage anyway. Might as well pick up the better card then. Skin Render versus Disfigure. Let's go for the Skin Render. Man, we're so heavy here. Maybe we should go. Nah, we have plenty of burn to elevate that. Wow. Stoke the Flames is a good burn. Skullcrack. I'm not that sold on Skullcrack. Let's cut that. Chandra. Deals 1 damage and can block. That's a good card. There's also Carnifex and Murderous Redcap and Warrior Stronghold, but I'm gonna go for the Planeswalker. Currently I have 24 cards, so we need to cut one. I think it has to be the Painseer. Painseer is worse than Friction Arena. I'm also looking like we're way too heavy on the force and later, so I have to find something around that. Maybe we'll play Ice Crown Scepter. Nah, we only have 3 cards now. I think Ice Crown Scepter you have to have like 5 cards. That should suffice. If we play Splinter Twin, yeah, it's great with Thundermaw, like generating token. Wow, Bonfire versus Dreadbore. This is a really good card against me. But Bonfire is so brutal. Like yes, Dreadbore is good, but Bonfire is a sick card. I think Bloodghast is maybe a bit better than Anger of the Gods. It's very unlikely that Anger is gonna hit me. Like Scalding Tarn is pretty nice as well, but I think Bloodghast we are looking for some creatures. Bloodghast is pretty good with Scorched Rusalka as well. And then we can finally cut something like Splinter Twin. We actually have an extra card too much because of the Bonfire. Maybe I don't want to play Fire Blast. I know it seems weird because it's such a strong card. But I don't think our deck has that much aggro potential that Fire Blast is that great. And that's gonna mess everything up, right? So there's Mock Fanatic versus Kokusho. I think Kokusho is better than Mock Fanatic, so we'll pick up that one. But let's keep it there, and maybe if we decide without the Fire Blast or something like maybe Siege Gang is worse if we got the Splinter Twin. Splinter Twin, what does it say? Does it say sacrifice? Exile. So Kokusho doesn't trigger. so that's a numbo. Parallax Wave is the best card against me, but this is obviously a good card, but we're gonna hate the Parallax Wave. Gutter Snipe, I guess. Probably won't play it. Lacerator Wheels, that's a nice one. Disfigure Wheels, that's a nice one. And Carnifex Wheels, that's a good one as well. So now we suddenly have some early game, huh? Because we just picked up 3 early creatures. 2 early creatures. And this figure, although I'm not so sure about this figure. So let's see where we want to take this when we get to the deck building. It should be pretty soon. Man, it's odd, like, you can go to chats and then start talking wits. There's no way we're playing any of these. Well, maybe. Wait. Ah, man. This goddamn thing. So there's 5, that's 30, that's 7 cards too many. 7, huh? Wow. Probably not the gutter snipe, although I'm not sure. This might be out. Let's put him here. Seriously, man. They updated this, but it's actually became worse, in my opinion. Bonfire is like a 5 or 6 drop, maybe even a 7 drop, and I might not want to play that then. So this is a burn. This is a burn. These are 5 creatures, 6, 7, 8, 9 creatures, 9 early creatures, which is pretty good. The thing is, we do need a bunch of black. So probably not Fire Blast either. So these are 26 then, so 3 more to go. We already cut Splinter Twin. Oh, it's there. Okay. So these are good. This is good. This is good. Chandra is okay. This is obviously nice. Maybe Fire Action Arena has to go, and we want to bring it in. I really want to cut some of these, like maybe Skin Render is worse than Flametongue Kavu, or Hero of Oxytridge or something. Maybe just one of these, but then it would be Siege Gang Commander. Like Siege Gang Commander, Bonfire. These are 6 cards, so that's 1 card still. I think it has to be 4 drop, like probably Skin Render. How many creatures do we have? 19. I'm gonna be taking 4 damage from Painseer a lot. Like I think that's about common. Though 17, 23 plus another 6, that's 29. Like 30 out of my 40 cards are, well, 29 out of 40 cards. Outside of Painseer, so it's 28 out of 40 cards. Or 2 or less. So it's not that we're gonna take a lot of damage from Painseer, we just are able to take a bunch of damage from Painseer. So this is against creature heavy decks, this is against creature heavy decks, this is against control-ish decks. I'm not sure about these, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's enough. Just making sure I want to play it like this. I think Arena is better than on-the-world connections, although on-the-world connections you can obviously only use when you want to. Like you can say, oh, I'm 2 life, I'm not gonna use it anymore. But the fact is that you have to tap down the mana every turn. It's good against control decks because you do have the time there. But Arena not having to invest the mana every turn to draw a card is just better. Like we want to kill our opponent before we lose to these 2. Anyway, there's no way we can pump our Spike Shot Elder. And there's Knight of Infamy. So we can attack with it because it's 2-2. There's Hero of Oxid Rich, so same thing there. That's it, right? Yeah, that's it. Still good enough. Like, it's not that bad. Is Skin Render better than Flame Tongue Kabu? Like, it can take a punch a bit more. It delivers a smaller punch. But the fact that this has 3 toughness, maybe. This is red though. Like, the fact that this is double black annoys me a bit. Like, I'm heavy on the red, so I might as well play a red card over a black one. And the rest of my creatures are just better. Real looking forward to play with this one. I think it's strong enough. Like, unless my opponent has a good generator. I'm pretty weak against Vidalcan Shackles if I do not have Scorcher's Alka. And you can just target Scorcher's Alka and then I'm forced to sacrifice that one. And then he can start using Shackles, so Shackles is pretty good against me. But I think this is gonna be it. Let's sort by color. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, 11 versus 23, so we're definitely... So I think we want to run like... we have 5 black sources, 6 if I add a swamp, for 11 costs, 3 of them cost double. And then we'll have 11 plus 5, that's 16. That's, we can add 2 swamps. I think we can add 2 swamps. So like this, and no thank you. And then we're no, we're fine. So this way we have these that can fetch swamps, which is 7 for 11 mana and 3 doubles. I think that's fine. So I'll submit and I'll see you guys for round 1.